I'm Michelle Fox with DentistryIQ.com. This week we'll be talking with Jonathan Landers about a new guide that the National Museum of Dentistry helped develop for parents of children with autism disorders. Sandy Kemper, who is the founder of the Smiles Forever Foundation, which trains homeless Bolivian women to become dental hygienists in Bolivia. Finally, we share a video from Oral Health America about its Wisdom Tooth campaign. Jonathan Landers is the executive director of the National Museum of Dentistry. Recently, DentistryIQ.com talked with Mr. Landers about the Healthy Smiles for Autism guide that the museum produced for parents. This guide helps parents teach children with autism disorders about the simple home care procedures. Here, Mr. Landers describes the purpose of the guide.
Sure, the guide is really, it is for parents and caregivers, but what we found, we did a number of interviews and focus groups with the parents of children with autism spectrum disorder, and what they all said is, you go online and so many times there's information, but it will tell you to do things like take photographs or cut pictures out of magazines to create story pages for the children to have them follow the routine. And they said, you know, with everything we're doing in the course of the day and just getting through a regular routine in the course of a day, having to do one more thing was sort of overwhelming to parents that we talked to. So what we came up with was a guide that not only gives tips, but also has actual sequencing cards and story cards that you can print off, cut out, and immediately start using, as well as tips for rewarding the children, because routine and going over and over the process in a logical and stepped manner is what Kennedy Krieger told us was the best way to get kids to develop and really incorporate those routines into healthy habits by being able to repeat and follow along the story. So we went ahead and actually created these cards right there that parents can download, cut out, and start doing it that night with their children or that day with their children, instead of having one more project where they've got to find magazines with relevant pictures and have to do it themselves.
As mentioned, the guide is free to parents and can be downloaded at healthysmilesforautism.org. For 11 years, Sandy Kemper, a dental hygienist from Seattle, has devoted herself to the Smiles Forever Foundation. In addition to providing dental care in rural Bolivia, the foundation trains homeless women to become dental hygienists in Bolivia. She recently talked with RDH Magazine about this training program and how it has worked over the years.
At the very beginning, our main goal was to train these young women to be traditional dental hygienists and basically change their lives, let them have a better life. And as the years have gone by, I think the mission has grown. I think at the beginning, we were just hopeful that they'd finish the program, that they possibly would get a job, and they would make a little bit more money. But there's many other issues that have come into play when you're working with this type of population. And some of those things are domestic violence. Many of our girls were not registered in the country. They did not have a birth certificate, so we work with that. We registered them to vote. Basic relationship skills. Self-esteem is one of the most difficult things that we work with, and we worked with that a lot. Respecting others, speaking the truth. So there was a lot of things that came into play to creating this professional. And so I'm proud to say we've had 32 graduates. We usually take 6 to 8 students a year. Actually, I'd say every 2 years.
Sandy also said the foundation has seen some rewarding results of training these women to become healthcare professionals.
The students just grow they go from a little bud to an open flower. And they're really incredible. They're incredibly smart, talented, very strong women. And all of these issues that we deal with seem to dissipate at the end.
I encourage dental professionals to learn more about the Smiles Forever Foundation by visiting smilesforever.org. Every day, more than 10,000 Americans reach retirement age. Many of these people will go without the important oral health care that they need. With this in mind, Oral Health America and Ivoclar Vivadent have launched the Wisdom Tooth Project. Let's learn more about the importance of this new project.
They've always been there for us, worked hard to make sure that our lives were better than their own. They showed how much they care. Now it's our turn. Did you know that every day over 10,000 Americans reach retirement age, and in 20 years adults 65 and older will make up nearly 20% of the U.S. population, and many will go without the important oral health care they need. Are we ready? We can be. That's where the Wisdom Tooth Project comes in. It begins with health, and the health of our mouths. Oral Health America's newest initiative is committed to elevating the oral and overall health of vulnerable older adults. We're educating patients and their care advisors. We're connecting communities with resources. And we're advocating for improved policies to keep the aging population smiling well into the future. The Wisdom Tooth Project is making a difference, but we can't do it alone. By making a donation to OHA between now and December 31st, Ivoclar Vivadent will match gifts with 50 cents on the dollar to promote healthy mouths throughout the journey of life. As part of our outreach, we're making a gift to the Older Adult Dental Project in Buffalo, New York, which Oral Health America believes will serve as an example for other U.S. communities. Multiply your impact by donating to Oral Health America today and show just how much you care.
Wow. Again, to make a donation that changes lives, visit oralhealthamerica.org, or you can call 312-836-9900 and ask for Emma. Thank you so much for joining us this week. I'm Michelle Fox on dentistryIQ.com saying goodbye until next week.